I'm trying to full service laundry here, having a hard time to get it going. I have a 36 wash and about 40 dryers. I'm paying way too much money on the lease. I don't know what to do. If you're interested in a laundromat in Omak, Washington, let me know. Oh, now she's trying to sell it. Crystal, dial that toll-free number and we're gonna straighten you out. There we go. All righty. Crystal.
Yes. Well, no, Val, I'm her husband.
Oh, good. Thanks for calling in. Means a lot. What is your name, sir?
My name is Val.
When did you buy your laundromat?
We've had it for about 6 months.
Okay. Where did you get the idea to own a laundromat?
I had the brilliant idea when I had 2 motels in Dayton, Washington, and I bought a whole bunch of washers and dryers. And here's the dilemma. It's not a dilemma. I'm representing my boss who's from India and he buys all these properties and I'm trying to be like you, but I had no clue you existed. And he bought this laundromat.
Val. We're going to try to burn through this by answering pretty quick yes/no questions. All right. So, first of all, do me a favor. Well, my name's Danny. No officers around here. I'm just going to ask some questions because I don't know what is going on, right? And beyond that, I'm not going to sell your laundromat for you, and I'm not going to plug my clients into your laundromat. I don't do that, okay? So if you don't mind, let's avoid addresses and cities and all that kind of stuff. Yep. But I'm here to help. So in your vocation, your capacity is you manage a couple of motels for a gentleman from India. Is that right? I don't now. Now I'm where I am with the laundromat. I have this laundromat that I got it. I'm not throwing out no names. I'm not nothing like that. I don't know. I keep trying to tell him that we need to buy new washers. That was a yes or no question.
Yes.
So I'm wrong.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm right. All righty. Let's go back to my first question, please. What gave you the idea to own a laundry? And you're telling me that in your capacity as a hotel manager for 2 hotels, the owner wanted to have a laundromat? I don't understand that. How did you get involved in owning one? What was your idea?
I wanted a laundromat because I had extra room in the motels. And we were in an area that had no laundromat whatsoever.
Got it.
So I decided to put one in, not knowing.
That's it. Now you're going to try to tell me your life story?
Why are you running?
I just want to know the answers to the question.
Nope.
Now, when you say that you had room, what does that mean? You had room to build from the ground up, or you had extra space?
Yeah. I had space.
So
well, I thought I had space.
Yeah, the space that you had was formerly what?
Big rooms. I mean, because like I said, I had a motel that had a lot of space on one side of it, and
okay.
Had parking and all that good stuff.
Val, please, ballroom, storage room. I'm just wondering where you were going.
No. On my corner of the building, there were 2 big old rooms that weren't being used for anything. Had a lot of space. I was going to knock the wall out.
How big?
That was my idea.
How big were these rooms?
Pretty big. I mean,
so you do not know the square footage of these rooms? I would have had
over 1,000 square feet.
Oh, okay.
I would have had 1,000 square feet. Either.
Is 1,000 square feet big enough to run a successful laundromat?
Well, with the amount of washers and dryers I had, I think it would have worked.
You have a choice. I'm asking you yes or no questions, and you're telling me what you are wearing. Okay. Val, is 1,000 square feet big enough to run a successful laundromat? Your choices are yes, no, or I don't know. Which is it?
Well, yes. I believe it was.
Wrong. 1,000 square feet is not enough space to run a successful laundromat because you need a boiler room, you need 4 square feet for every tumbler, an additional 2 square feet, which ends up becoming 6 square feet. Now, my next question, I already know the answer to. Have you seen my silly course?
I have not.
Okay. So if you did, you would have known the answer to the previous question. All right, let's do a fast-paced. Val is going to get with the program and answer our question so we can best help Val. Ready? Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
Now you're getting it, Val. Now you're getting it. Okay. Your situation has very little to do with this, but you decided that you wanted to own a laundromat because you had some space. How? And now you have a laundromat. You built one.
No, it was already established, and my benefactor decided to invest in it without. And I'm all I can say is it needs everything.
Val,
I mean, no,
Val,
it doesn't. It has.
Val.
It has washers and dryers.
Val, where is this laundromat if it's not the one that you wanted to build in one of your motels?
I put the location. It's next to a Safeway.
I don't want to know where it is. I don't want to know where it is. How did you get it? It was an existing laundromat, yes?
You tripping, bro. You tripping.
Yes.
Okay. So you bought it? Your boss bought it?
Built from the ground up.
Your boss built the laundromat?
He just bought the established laundromat from another Indian guy. And now I'm stuck with it. And it makes money, just, you know what I mean? I'm lost. I don't know where to get new washers or dryers. I mean, it's something I don't know. Like I said, when I decided I wanted the laundromat, I didn't know any of those questions. Like, you got to have ventilation and you got to have boilers. And I just thought I could hook them to a hose and turn them on and put money in them. It doesn't work that way.
Let's begin at the beginning. What's your boss's first name only?
Herman.
Herman. How much did Herman spend on the laundromat?
A lot.
No, that's not an answer. If we're going to play games, we'll be done with the call.
Ballpark, $100,000.
That's not a lot.
He paid $100,000 for all the washers.
I thought you said he bought the business.
That's a lot. He bought the business, but it has a lease, and that's kind of, in my opinion, kind of costly.
See, I just want answers to the questions. You're killing me. I'm pretending I'm listening to this on YouTube, and I already would have left. So let's do this. Can you put some duct tape over the baby's mouth?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, good. I have no idea how this laundromat transaction took place. So you said there was no laundromat in town where these 2 motel hotels exist. So how far away is this laundromat from town?
You don't want to hear my life. No, I ran 2 motels.
I don't need to hear your life.
We sold those.
Okay.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is it's not the same town. What I'm saying is now we're in another town with an established laundromat that was bought already established. It's in it's not a small town, but it's nowhere big at all. But it was already established. I came over here to help because I got a little bit of knowledge with, but I found myself in
you don't know a thing about laundromats. What are you talking about? You got a little bit of knowledge because spell laundromat.
I can't spell laundromat right off. Laundry.
Funny. If you weren't trying.
Thank you for your time. You're awesome. Bye.
You're going to give up when you're talking to a consultant? And he hung up. Wow. Doesn't matter to me that the guy doesn't want the help. I'm just trying to have some fun. And you guys that know me know that when I take incoming calls from folks, that I do my level best to help them. Was I making fun when I said spell laundromat? Sure. Am I gruff? Am I harsh? Absolutely. Me providing my time to someone like that, first and foremost, I just want to figure out the facts. What are the facts? And when I asked the gentleman, how did you get into this business? And he starts by telling me that he used to be a zipper salesman on the island of Buttons. I don't know what to do other than roll my eyes. The world is full of people that should be working a ditch digging job, ladies and gentlemen. The sooner that you realize this, the better off you will be. Now, personally, I'll never believe that. I'm sorry about wasting your time, but I didn't feel that was cool. You should thank you for your time, sir. Val, you know what, bro? That's rude. Val, you've gone from sitting on a channel with a guy that's a 21-year laundromat consultant, where I am providing my time to have a conversation with you. Now you're hiding behind the keyboard. I'm not a ditch digger, man. No one called you a ditch digger. And I got stuck in it. Val, I have your phone number. You called my toll-free number, okay? You're not hiding. You provided the address where your laundromat is located, and I have your personal number. So before you go a little sideways here, take a deep breath. Here's the point I was going to make, and you can stop commenting on the chat. You're uneducated. You're ignorant. Those things are both true. I'm ignorant of so many things. Frankly, when I'm interested in something, I alleviate the ignorance. I get educated. What you have done is dialed into a consultant willing to provide his time and help you. And the only thing that I ask in exchange for that time is to allow my audience to be entertained. And so when you made the mistake of saying that you knew something about laundromats, I asked you to spell it, which you couldn't do. Not off the top of your head. So was that rude? In some circles, yes. I'm poking fun at you, brother. And by the way, if you can't handle that and you feel like you need to hang up, I didn't hang up on you. Stunad. All right, Val. I wish you luck in all things.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.